Ford Endeavour has been a popular option for Indian car buyers in the full-size SUV segment. Since its launch in 2016, it has taken on the likes of the older and now the current generation Toyota Fortuner. With new competition like the Mahindra Alturas G4 in the market though, Ford has decided to spruce up the big brute a little bit. And if you're wondering what the Endeavour Facelift costs, here are the prices. And yes, they are actually cheaper than the pre-facelift version. But before we go any further, remember to subscribe to the Autocar India YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Let's start with what's new on the outside. The biggest single change is the new grille. It now gets 3 slats as compared to the 2 on the older model, and the vertical design bits between the slats have now been replaced by new horizontal ones. The headlamps are the same as before, but now get a blacked out treatment, while the fog lamps get a new black bezel around them. In profile, the Ford Endeavour remains largely unchanged, and what's new is a set of 18-inch two-tone alloy wheels with a diamond cut finish that is pretty much the expected norm on all cars today. Ford has, however, added this new color called diffuse silver to the lineup, and it replaces the older shade of grey. Around the rear, nothing has changed in terms of design. The chrome garnish on the boot lid, the LED tail lamps and the silver skid plate all remain as is. That said, Ford has added a virtual pedal to open the boot with a swipe of the foot below the rear bumper, which is quite a handy feature. On the interior too, the same trend continues with subtle changes. The dashboard, which was earlier a brown on the top, black in the middle and beige on the bottom, is now a black on the top and the middle and the same beige on the bottom. The leather bits on the dashboard have been retained though, giving it a nice premium touch. The Endeavour now also finally gets keyless entry and a start-stop button, and the gear lever gets a chrome accent piece. Apart from that, the design on the center console, the steering wheel and pretty much the rest of the cabin remains largely unchanged. Under the skin, the Ford Endeavour has remained pretty unchanged too. The 2.2-litre 4-cylinder and the 3.2-litre 5-cylinder diesel engines remain the same, with the latter available only with an automatic gearbox option. The 2.2-litre with the 6-speed manual pairing though will make a return after being discontinued in 2017. The Endeavour will also retain its 4-wheel drive setup on selected models. With a low-range gearbox, Ford's terrain response with normal, grass, gravel, snow, sand and rock modes, and with locking differentials, the Endeavour does have all the hardware required to go off the beaten path. With all these subtle updates, will the Ford Endeavour Facelift have enough to take on the likes of the hot-selling Fortuner, the Skoda Kodiaq and the newly launched Mahindra Alturas G4? Tell us what you think about the new Endeavour in the comment section below.